going on, dudes and dudettes? So Duke football played this last Thursday and were able to get that victory 45-17 over Elon, their big transfer quarterback. Darian Mensah threw for 389 passing yards with almost an 80% completion rate and 3 passing touchdowns as well. And yeah, throughout that game, especially in that first half, you're kind of surprised that it was still tied 10-0, but then they obviously scored pretty much 35 points and only gave up 7 in the second half. But still, it was kind of like, really, we paid this guy for $1 million bucks, and he's only giving us this so far. And thought he was a running quarterback, and he's trying to be a pocket passer. And yeah, he was still pretty much a pocket passer, but it just worked in the second half. And obviously, because it's against Elon, that made sense. But hopefully, they can show some more fight in their game this week against Illinois, which should be big time matchup because it's going to be on ESPN, and Illinois is the number 12 team in the nation. So yeah, definitely looking forward to that upset for my Duke Blue Devils. And speaking of pro football, Duke Blue Devil looks like Bills defensive tackle Dwayne Carter tore his Achilles pretty recently and will miss the entire 2025 season, which sucks because looks like he was going to get a bigger role this year, and now sadly he's going to miss the rest of the year, but hopefully he will be able to come back next season. Then when it comes to the women's soccer team, yes, they defeated Northwestern, if I'm not mistaken, 3-0. Then they defeated Arkansas, who was the number 8 team at the time, 2-0. Then very recently they defeated Creighton barely 1-0 as well. So yeah, I don't know why they were the number 1 team, then went back down to like number 3. I don't really get it because they still haven't lost yet, but either way, they're still up there in that top 3 or so. When it comes to the men's soccer team, it looks like they had a couple guys, according to TDS, in their top 100. The number 1 player was actually from Duke in Olfer Bjornsson. Then they had the number 15 player in Cameron Acito, and the number 40 player in Keenan Hott, and the number 58 player in Eric Demora as well. And then in one of their first games, they were able to defeat the UC San Diego 1-0, and then they upset University of San Diego, who's the number 10 team at the time, 2-1, which is pretty cool. And then the women's volleyball team for Duke did defeat, I believe that team was Bryant, 3-1 pretty recently. I know they had like 3 straight games over this last week, and they only won that one, the women's volleyball side, but at least they were able to get 1 victory. So hopefully that could be some good momentum heading towards next week's games.